Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. If you noticed what I did when we started the prayer, or before we started the prayer, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, لِيَلِيَنِي مِنْكُمْ أُولُو الْأَحْلَامِ وَالنُّهَى. Let those who are knowledgeable or most knowledgeable be directly behind me. It's not because if the Imam needs a substitute, it's also as a guide for the second line. So the second line looks at the people in front of them and they bow when they bow and they lift when they lift. So if I say Sami Allahu liman hamida, for instance, if I'm here and I say Sami Allahu liman hamida, the line behind me should not come up until they see me come up. And the line before them, look at the line in front of them, and that's how you pass the message to everyone else. So just simply because you heard Sami Allahu liman hamida doesn't give you the right to stand up before the Imam. The Imam has to be up first, or you're chasing with the Imam, and Prophet Muhammad ﷺ gave warning for those who go faster than the Imam. Some of them, he said, aren't you afraid that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will zap your vision? Others it says, aren't you afraid that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala may change your feature like an animal? And it can be in this life or it can be the day of judgment. So those who stand directly behind me have a responsibility. It's not, I've noticed some of you when I ask them to move back, they did not like it too much. Well, know for sure that your hasanat are recorded if you stand in the front and you let someone else come instead of you because of the hadith. But at the same time, it's responsibility for those who are knowledgeable to be here first. Because if you're knowledgeable and you know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala well, and you care for waiting for the salah and the ajr for tasbih and waiting for the salah, you will not come last. You would come first. So for those behind me, make sure that you come early. And if you have the knowledge and you are hiding there, you have an issue. So you need to come over here and be directly behind the Imam. Get the hasanat of being there. At the same time, we might need you, inshallah. Yesterday also I mentioned something, how much I like a person to initiate good. Don't wait for someone to tell you, go to Jannah. You need to go to Jannah first without anyone telling you that, and you know how you go there and what takes you there. At the same time, to be leaders, intelligence, think. I like intelligent people who analyze things. They read a hadith, they dig deep into it, how to apply it. They read an ayah, they do the same. They hear something, they're not clear about it, they come and ask. We should compete all the time to be number one when it comes to the religion. All the time. Religion, number one. Once you accomplish going to Jannah, everything else falls in place, inshallah. So if you notice, one of the righteous predecessors in the 4th century, Abu Bakr al-Baqillani, his name, he was asked a question. You know, sometimes you know the answer, but you need to put it in an intellectual way, convincing way, not only to give the answer, but to also make a dent in the person that you're speaking to. If someone asks you, why are you wearing the hijab? Because I'm a Muslim. Yeah, you answer the question, but it is a lot better if you give an answer where you initiate conversation, not just Q&A and answer, and try to see how to get to the person to invite them to Islam. Why are you wearing a hijab? I would ask with a smile, why aren't you? Oh, really? Yeah, you're supposed to wear hijab too. You don't know your own religion? Then you go from there, nicely, politely. So when you have someone giving, look what Abu Bakr al-Baqillani, one came to him and he said, Islam is prejudiced, racist. He said, why is that? He said, because in Islam, the Muslim man can marry a Christian woman or a Jewish woman, but a Jewish man or a Christian man cannot marry a Muslim woman. We all know that, right? Okay. Look at the answer. He said a Muslim man can marry a Christian woman because we believe in Isa alayhi salam. And a Muslim man can marry a Jewish woman because we Muslims believe in Musa alayhi salam. When the Christians and the Jews believe in Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, they can marry a Muslim woman. Look how powerful, how true, how fair. The only difference between a Muslim and an adhering Christian or Jew is they don't believe in Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So that is the reason why. So you think of it this way: anytime you need to answer, think of being positive more than the answer. A person comes to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and he asks him a question. What does he do, sallallahu alaihi wasallam? He answers the question and gives him more. Why? Why, ya Talha? Sa'id, why? Naturally, if you're talking, you're not going to get the answer. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam cares for everyone to give them more benefit than what they ask, especially if you know the person. If I know, for instance, he is late to the salah, he doesn't come on time, and he asked me a question. He said, Sheikh, is it good to fast every Monday and Thursday? And I said, oh yeah, it's wonderful. Prophet Muhammad ﷺ did it, and if you fast one day, you are distant from the hellfire 70 years. But you know what? Coming to the salah on time is more important than fasting extra. It's indirect. He wasn't late. I know he comes late. He doesn't feel that I cornered him and I benefited him. That's why sometimes you see some of the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ tells you the best thing in Islam is fasting. And some of it, the best in Islam is to smile in your face. Or the best, it's all different. So what is the best in Islam? Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, when someone asks him a question, sometimes he answers them based on what he knows about the person. If you come and ask me something, I know you love money and you don't donate and you need to give your charity and such, and you come and ask me a question, what's the best thing you like, Sheikh Hasan? I would say, I like those people who just, every time they come for the salah, they put $1 in the box. Indirect. Indirectly, I'm telling him, give charity. You don't embarrass the person, and you help the person, and that's a very positive way of dealing with one another. Learned from who? Who taught me this? Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Did I